Let's go. All right. Thank you guys for stopping by the Callaway booth. Just joined the company January 1. For you that have seen some advertising, whether it's PGA Tour players, and now the relationship with the LDA Tour, I'm very proud to be part of the longest hitting group of PGA Tour professionals as well as long drivers in the world. For you that have seen the commercials with Gary Woodland, Luke List, a bunch of new, young, exciting players. So, Callaway's kind of changed its whole outlook here. And the whole deal here is distance, and that's what it's all about. I'm very confident that this is the longest driver in the world. I spent some time at Carlsbad a couple weeks ago and tested the new long drive club, which is unbelievable. Not only do you get something that's got a hot face but durable, and again, I've done the testing and the numbers speak for themselves. So what I'll do today is just kind of run through my bag. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to ask, and I'll do my best to answer them, whether it's about long drive or the product. But we'll start off hitting some pitching wedges. The new X-Forge irons that I'm playing here, X700 shafts. Pretty stout. We'll start off slow and build some speed up. Wow. Again, as you can tell, I launch it pretty low. The whole key to this is if you can count to 8 before it lands, you're doing something right. So keep that in mind when you guys are out playing. We're just slowly getting warmed up. All right, then we'll work into is this thing running? All right. 166. Interaction with the X-Forge, with the sole, they're not a digging club. Most times I have to grind my irons down because they dig too much, where these get through the turf real well. And again, if you're looking for something that flies a lot higher, or a little bit higher, you need a little help getting the ball in the air, these are great for that. And again, they're forgiving. Product that kind of is in that, for me, a hybrid family. Being a higher speed player, with a hybrid, I spin it a lot. And what they've created here is the X utility. And it's something for a higher speed player or an amateur that wants the forgiveness and you don't want to play a 3 or 4 iron. This is kind of your resort right here. And you're going to see that, I launch the ball pretty high. And with this, you can hit all different sorts of shots. So this is kind of what a standard shot looks like with this. This is an 18 degree, dialed down to about 16 degrees. So, I don't carry a 3-wood normally, but this is kind of my go-to to find fairways. But again, pretty versatile club. You can hit it low. See if we got a low one. You can shape it, or you can hit it high. But mostly it just goes far, which is always a good thing. 291. How many of you guys want to hit it further? No one? Okay.
That was tough. Not that one. Over 3?
What was that one? 298. Surely we can get 300. 187 ball speed.
That was pretty pure there, brother.
$283. We're getting worse.
That was money there.
All right, then we're going to rock into the new X-Hot driver. This is the baby right here. For all you guys that are looking for a little bit more distance, this is the X-Hot Pro. This is an 8.5 degree. So when I start hitting some shots, I've always been a guy that's played 6-degree stuff. And this one I have an 8.5 degree. It's in the open position, and it's as open as it can be. So it's probably playing at about 7.5 degrees. But the whole key with this one, especially for me, if I'm playing golf, I want to hit something flat, okay? And I want something that's hot. So this is kind of a little testament to that. We'll try not to kill anyone. That was a spin. To be able to hit it penetrating like that with low spin numbers is pretty crucial. 346. How much?
I'm not going to get
So we're kind of hitting into the wind, and when you're hitting into the wind, it's obviously going to create more spin. So that's 2,200 with a flat shot. So again, you're going to maximize distance and roll, especially when you have the hottest golf club in the world. All right, we'll hit one a little harder.
That's actually right.
Exactly why it's great to be at the Callaway booth right now.
Because I got here first.
208. Does anyone have any questions about the X-Hot Pro 210? So that's, my average numbers at the World Long Drive Championships was 3 inches longer. I usually average about 215 miles an hour ball speed. So you're giving up 3 inches in shaft and ball speeds of 210 miles an hour. So if you affiliate that with low spin, maximize numbers, that ball is going to get on the ground and run. So you're not doing all your work in the air. If you can get a great descent angle, let's say 40, it's usually a pretty good number. That ball is going to chase out too. So it's not a high spinning driver. They also have another version, the X-Hot, which is just a standard model. This is a 440cc driver, so a little smaller. They have another version that's a little bit higher spinning for you that need to get it up in the air. A little bigger, a little bit easier to find the sweet spot. All right.
Holy shit.
When I play, optimum launch is probably 8 degrees. In competition is probably anywhere from 12 to 14 degrees. Spin numbers, depending on the golf ball, of course. At the World Championships, we use a very hard ball. So I had to go higher loft and a little softer shaft to keep the ball up in the air. So it all depends on the golf ball. But I mean, when I'm playing, optimum spin's probably 1800 to 22 is pretty good. I like to spin a little bit more because when I do hit it offline, you want something that's not going to chase forever. This one's perfect. There's also the Razor Fit driver, which is unbelievably low spinning. And again, you can hit off the ground, there's hardly any spin on it. All right, here we go. All right. Anyone have any questions? Here's the whole deal. Obviously, when you create a lot of speed, every good golf club's going to fail. When I was in Carlsbad a couple weeks ago, we were testing this new head, and after 300 hits, there was nothing. No, it wasn't going flat, it wasn't cracked or anything. And when you're hitting it that hard, that's something hard to find, because when you do get a golf club that lasts, usually you don't have that trampoline effect, okay, which is very important. So what we've done here is maximized ball speed and not giving up any durability. And in long drive, we haven't had a head that you can change at the hosel. So let's say at the World Championship, you have a left-right wind. Now instead of changing golf shafts, now all you do is put in the open position, and now you work with the wind. Where that's something we haven't been able to do. I have personally ability to be, to do that. And again, at right to left wind, I'm going to shut it and try to hit a draw with the wind. So that's another great attribute to this golf club. Should we hit a few, do you think?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, go ahead, do it.
We'll hit one. So the specs on this is going to be my gamer. This is one I've tested. It's the LD Pro. It's a long drive version. It's 5 degrees. I have it in the open position, so it's 4.5 degrees of loft. And the difference here between a regular stock club and a competition driver is simply 3 inches. I've got a hub support shaft. It's about 4x by the time it's tipped.
Thank you.
4.5 degrees. So again, it's a lot different action than when I'm trying to play golf. You're going to notice the ball launches a lot higher, and there's a lot more aggression. Probably should only hit one, eh?
Nah, 3 or 4. Aim it at that gap there, just. On the box.
Maybe just one. No one fell down. No one fell down, which is good.
Let's do one more.
All right, one more. You guys are getting the blame for it.
Callaway has it.
Oh, he's gonna hit it.
Walking into it.
He didn't move.
Look back.
I didn't see turn, look the other
You
way.
get the speed on that? 215. So 215. Again, standing on the range. Not that I don't like you guys, but under the gun, you can add an extra 5 to 8 miles an hour on that with a range ball. So this thing's pretty hot. Okay. Does anyone have any questions for me?
What's your club head speed?
Club head speed, under the gun, about 145 to 148. It's kind of average. Ball speeds of 215 to 218, 220.
Yards.
It's very conducive to conditions and weather. So, I mean, you get some soft ground, but, I mean, if you can fly at 380, you're doing something pretty special. So, thank you.